All right. It looks like it's been a minute. Let's go ahead and start the stream. Hello, everybody. It's been a few days. We've actually been through quite a lot. Yesterday, where we have left off, is we basically tried to install these spark plug well seals or well gaskets. They were force fit, and we put them on backwards. Now, here's the thing. The ones that I have in here right now, that's exactly where we left off. It hasn't moved. Those are the original, well, not the original, the ones that I bought first, the Fel-pro gaskets. As a matter of fact, let me bring the box and let me show you the gaskets right now. Let's see if I can do this. Wow, it's a bit big for the camera here. But you can see that this is a Fel-pro box. Or I could just move the whole camera. Let's see. You can see that this is a Fel-pro VS 50501R. Whoops. Yep, just what I thought. I'll make a whole mess of things. But the point is, the gaskets that just fell out of the box, but the gaskets are like this, okay? You have one like rising edge on this side and one rising edge on this side, okay? No instructions in the box, mind you. This is what the original spark plug well gasket looked like, okay? You'll see that it has just a flat top, hole in the middle, and on the back it has these two, I guess, a big circle and a small circle, if you look at like the profile of it, right? So when I see this gasket and no instructions, what do you think? Which side goes in? You see what I'm saying? Two circles this side, two circles this side. It was originally in like this, so I'll go ahead and I'll take this one, pound it in like this, right? That was wrong. It turns out that this side is supposed to go in towards the engine, right? But, you know, I still wasn't so sure. So what I actually did was I called Fel-pro because they have like a technical support line, right? You can call and you can ask questions. So I went ahead and I called Fel-pro and I said, "Hey guys, I ordered so-and-so part number. There are no instructions. I think I may have put them on backwards. Could you please tell me which side goes into the valve cover," right? And the guy on the phone, he looks it up. He goes, "Oh yeah, so and so. Let's see. Now, describe the part you were looking at?" And I say, "Okay, on one side, we have these metal striations, right? And on one side, it looks like, oh, I don't know, like a hollow ring or two concentric circles, or it's hard to describe. But one side has metal striations, one side does not. Which side goes into the valve cover first, right?" And he goes, "Oh, well, I'm looking at the part right now. I'm looking at the CAD drawing right now. There are no such metal striations. The tapered edge goes in first." And I'm like, tapered edge? Now, when you say tapered, what comes to mind, right? It's like a protrusion or something that rises up out of something, right? At least that's what it was in my mind. So I have a tapered edge on this side, and I have an edge that tapers off on this side. What the hell, right? So I'm like, tapered edge. He goes, "Yeah, the tapered edge goes oriented upwards so that it faces the hood." So I'm like, wait a minute. What? That makes no sense. What do you mean tapered edge goes into the... So he says, okay, whichever side goes... Okay, so I said, you know, I don't believe this is right. You know, is there like I can't take these parts out now. I believe I have them installed incorrectly. And admittedly, I was thinking, hey, maybe Fel-pro was supposed to include an instruction set, or maybe they care enough about their customer that they can send 3 new gaskets, right? But the guy goes, "Oh, well, my advice to you is gently take them out, wash them out with water and return them to Advanced Auto or AutoZone." And I'm looking at I'm like, on the box it says not returnable if opened, and also I can't take these parts out without damaging them. But he goes, "I can tell you right now, you're looking at the wrong part. That's not the right part. I have the CAD drawing of the right part. What you've described to me very carefully, it doesn't sound like you have the right thing. Take it off, return it." Um, he was basically no help after that. He tried to describe it to me once, and then after that, he was sort of unwilling to work through it with me. So it was odd. I guess he knew sort of what was going on, that I might ask for some free product or something. So he was beginning to distance himself, and I guess I can understand that. But um, I've spent $40 almost for 2 of these blue things and 6 of these gaskets, right? And I'm gonna have to throw out all of these spark plug well gaskets. So that's expensive for something that they give you no instruction for. But in this guy's defense, he opened up like a case number. They're gonna look into their production line to see if there's something wrong with how they produced it. I don't know. I mean, look, the part is correct. It's just I didn't know which way to put it, right? Anyway, long story short, I got absolutely no help from Fel-pro, and I decided I'm going to order a new part, not from Fel-pro. Now, this is not, and let me be fair, this is not entirely Fel-pro's fault, right? Part of it is my own lack of experience, but at the same time, I had a part and I just couldn't understand by just looking at it what to do with it, right? So on one hand, it's not Fel-pro's fault entirely, but because I'm not like an experienced mechanic. But on the other hand, I don't feel like I need to be an experienced mechanic to, I don't know. Either way, it left me feeling like I've had a bad experience. So from now on out, I'm not going to order from Fel-pro anymore. I just can't support that. The way I was sort of brushed off, I guess, and told to throw the part at AutoZone, even though it wasn't AutoZone's fault to give them a damaged part and pawn it off on them. No. So what I did here was I went on Rock Auto, and this is why it took me so long, because Rock Auto has to do shipping. You have to wait a week. But here we have 6 new spark plug well gaskets, part number GS33903 from Mahle. What's nice is they actually come in like a little see-through bag, so before you even open it, you can see if this is the right fit. And this one has the same thing, non-returnable if opened, written on the side here. But you can at least see what the part is and sort of compare and contrast. You could say, hey, look, I have this part number. Is this the same size? Yes, it is. Does it have that hole in the middle? Yes, it is. Right. You want to know something funny? After I ordered these Mahle parts, I actually found a video on YouTube from Fel-pro. I forget what it was titled, but it was something like how to install valve cover gaskets. Like, it had the answer that I wanted, but none of the keywords that I was searching under helped me find that video. I was looking for like spark plug well gaskets or which way to put them on, but no. You know what the Fel-pro guy said in that video? He says you take the tapered edge and you put it this way. So the guy on the phone told me the wrong thing. 2, this is apparently the tapered edge. So this is the tapered edge. Now we know. And then we just have to do it the other way than what the guy on the phone said. So this way. Because he said up towards the hood, but it's going to be down towards the engine, right? Is the proper way to install this. Let's see what else. Let's see. I think I've discussed everything here. So, oh yes. And this, I don't know if you could, I mean, I guess it tapers off, but to be fair, so does this part. It tapers off, right? I would call this a bevel or a chamfer to be technical, but whatever. Anyway, just looking through the clear packaging here, I see one of these parts looks maybe a little dusty or like it has some residue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it open, this bag. I'm going to wash all of these gaskets off with a paper towel with water on it. And I'm going to sit them out and let them dry, right? And then while they are drying, I'm going to get these the spark plug well seals that are inside the valve cover right now. That's what I'm going to try and take them out. And then hopefully it's going to be smooth sailing from there, right? One can hope. All right, so I've got my bag open. And now I'm just going to take these seals out one by one. And this is nothing but paper towel wet with water. I'm just going to go over the mating surfaces. I don't care so much about anything else. All the surfaces that touch another surface, I'm just going to wash with a coat of water. And I don't even think that took anything off, but you know, I just rather have a nice clean surface. Same deal here. All the mating surfaces, just a very quick wipe down with a wet paper towel. Nothing crazy. Just make sure there's no grime or something weird like that. And then I'm just going to leave them out to dry. Nothing fancy. Yeah, this was the one that I was looking at. See, these are like made of molded rubber, I think, is what Mahle said. So maybe this is some like residue from sitting on some shelves or, I don't know, some dust. Who knows? I'm just going to give it a wipe down. I don't think it will affect the integrity of anything much, but we'll just give it that gentle wipe down. This one a little bit more so, I guess. Only 3 left. Same deal. Just wipe down all of the surfaces that will likely come in contact with another surface and just let that air dry. 2 more. Same thing here, just a quick wash down, and we set it aside. All right, let me put this box of seals and whatnot away. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see too well, but it looks like I might have gotten some dust on this gasket seal. I'm just going to very quickly, nothing special, very quickly here, just wipe it down. Maybe I can get some of it off. I don't think a little bit of dust will hurt it, but while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and do it. It's been sitting here for like a week anyway, right? So just a quick clean won't hurt no one. And again, I'm just going to let that air dry. I'm not too troubled by it. Let me get that little lip around the top here. Just Run over it really quickly. Yep, looks good to me. As good as I can get it anyway. All right. Let me find a garbage bag. This won't take long, like a second tops. Okay, a little bit more than a second. All right, I've got my garbage bag. Now, this hurts a little bit. It does, but I don't see any other option. Brand new, $40, and it's coming out. I'll try and angle it in such a way that I don't score the valve cover with the screwdriver. If I do a little bit, it's not the end of the world because that's not like the critical sealing area, if that makes sense at all, but yep. And that's the only way that you can really remove these, unfortunately. Whoops, there's that. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Same deal here. I'm going to try and aim it to get it between the metal ring in the seal and the valve cover. We don't want to hurt the valve cover. But again, what seals is this bottom area, right? So if it gets damaged on the lip, we don't really care. But still, if we can avoid the unnecessary damage, that's just great, you know? And that's the other thing. The screwdriver, I think, is made of steel or some kind of ferrous metal, whereas this valve cover is aluminum. So steel is harder than aluminum, so you just kind of want to be a little bit gentler if you can. That's all. Last one. And there goes the last one. Yeah, once you figure out the trick for removing these, they're easy. Brand new. And yep. So here are all of my Fel-pro spark plug well gaskets, and this is what I'm going to do with them. Garbage. Now, I said earlier that I would not be buying from Fel-pro again. Just so you guys know, I had already previously bought the intake, the air intake manifold gasket, and the EGR valve gasket. So you're going to see me use this because it's still a good part. It's just that I don't want to give them my money anymore after dealing with that. All right. Now, when I knocked it all out with the screwdriver, I did dislodge a little bit of dust. So I'm going to grab my paper towel with water that I just had. There it is. And I'm just going So lean this up a little bit. Yep. And just try and dust out or clean out that hole a little bit. Don't take this the wrong way, guys. Or gals. There we go. One more. Okay. Maybe I'll grab a dry paper towel here, and maybe I'll go ahead and just run along the insides of this just one time, speed up that drying process, perhaps. All right. So we'll go ahead, lay that flat again. We will bring out our spark plug tube seals and our trusty friend, the onion powder. Whoops, I tipped you guys over. Sorry about that. Let me fix you here. That should be better. All right. Here's our seal. It looks about dried and clean. And this time, we're going to put it this way into the hole. See that? Press it in place. By hand, it can only go oh so much. We bring out our friend, onion powder. It just happens to be the right size here. Ooh, or maybe not. Let's see. Oh no, I think this is correct. It does require a little bit of effort here. Maybe I can move you guys to the other side here. Maybe you guys will be able to see better without my arm block. Well, this is the best I can do for now. I hope you can all forgive me. Oops, there we go. A lot easier to put in than the other ones, it seems. But again, that could be because I'm putting it in reversed, so to speak. That appears to be flush. Let me go over just one more time here. Around the circumference. It's almost effortless. Not quite, but almost. Anyway, let's see how that looks on the other side here. Looks good. Looks like that did, in fact, form a complete seal. It's going to be hard to show you guys, but I will try. Going to see that sort of lip makes contact all around, really smooth. All right. Flattening the camera here while holding a car part. There we go. Set that back down. All right, that's one. Two more on this side. Here's our next one. Drop that in place. Our friend, the onion powder. Go ahead, drop that in, push it in a little more. See, this would be a lot easier if I had like a pressing tool or like a big socket. But I don't. I'm forced to work with what I have. This car is built on onion powder. Oops. There it goes. Nice and smooth. This one I think went in a little bit easier than the other one. Let me just go around the circumference again, because this seal is just slightly bigger than the cap of this thing. So I'm just going to go around and push down on the edges, make sure everything is nice and flat. As nice and flat as it could be. Looks pretty good. Maybe over here just a little bit. Squish down. Okay. Let me bring my wet rag back, because it looks like I've got a little bit, just a little bit of dust on that. And I just want to give it the best chance that it could possibly have. So I am just gonna brush that one more time. Make sure we get that all off. There it is. Give it the best fighting chance that it could have. All right. All right. One more. One more. Tapered edge facing inside towards the engine. Take that, Fel-pro and garage gurus. Gotta press in the last one here. And then we can finally slap this thing back on the engine, I think. We're making progress, folks. It's slow, but it is progress. I mean, it takes a little bit of effort. Just being hunched over and pressing down. All right, and that looks like it's in. Let's go ahead and push around the edges one more time here. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Where else? I can probably push down here and here. Here. All right, sanity check around these ones. All right. Let me grab that wet towel again. Wipe it off one more time. And let's see how we're doing. We'll lift this up and look at it from the other side. Making sure, and it's going to be hard to show on the camera. Oh, maybe not. But I'm just making sure from the other side, they are all flush and level. They're not too easy to see, even by eye, not just by camera, but they appear to be properly seated. So I can move this out of the way for now. And what we can do is return to the engine. Aha! How exciting! Progress, right? Let me move this box out of the way because it's right by my feet. Right. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what the damage is. We'll take this off. Okay. We're not all clear just yet, right? Here's the deal. Before we mount that valve cover on with all the shiny new gaskety stuff, we have to go and quickly clean this seal. You'll see some garbage fell over here. Some dust fell over here. What else? And hard to make out. But it looks like over there at the bottom, maybe that's where it was leaking a little bit. So, yeah, let me get this plastic bag out of the way. So we're going to have to move the plastic bag so that it doesn't interfere. We're going to have to move the paper towel here. See, it's like overhanging a little bit. I got to move it so it doesn't interfere when I put the valve cover back on. But for now, or you know what, that might be a good place to start. Let us try to manipulate these in such a way that they won't be in our way when we go back to mount the actual thing. That's the paper towel. Now the plastic bag. Let's see what I can do about that. Purpose of this bag was to make sure nothing fell in. So let me tuck this up and let me do the same thing with this. Try. Okay, that might be good. Now, let's see what I can do here. My best play here might be to take the vacuum cleaner, go along these edges with the vacuum cleaner to pick up the loose dirt, like how you see over here, okay, and over here. And then I'll take a paper towel, I will stick it over here and spray this with brake clean and wipe it off. I want to minimize getting dirt inside. All right. Give me maybe 10 seconds. I'll come back with the vacuum cleaner. Okay. I have returned. Let me clip my microphone back on. All right. And I have come with the vacuum. And the vacuum is a Makita. Yes. With this little attachment on. Let me set you guys up nicey nice again. And hopefully prevent you from falling over. There we go. And oh, by the way, volume warning. I'm going to turn the vacuum on, and this is potentially going to get loud, okay? As a matter of fact, you know what I'll do? I'll take the microphone and I will put it, I don't know, like 10 feet away or something, okay? Try to spare you guys the ear damage, all right? Okay, I'm grabbing my microphone again. Hopefully that wasn't too terrible for you all. Okay, so the plan half worked. What I've done, and I'm surprised it did it quite well, was I vacuumed pretty much everything from here over here and then maybe like halfway over here. The rest of this stuff around, it's a little bit hard to get to with the big vacuum, but honestly, it's angled this way. So if something falls, it would probably fall outside. So we'll try and make do with what we have, right? Set you guys back down. Now, this is going to be little bit tricky, but I will try my best. Okay, in one hand, I will have some paper towels to prevent junk from falling inside, right? And in the other hand, I will have brake parts cleaner. And in my third hand, I will have another paper towel to actually wipe down the junk that I'm trying to clean off. Okay? We're just gonna try and see how we do, all right? I'm gonna take this. As a matter of fact, how about I do this? I'm gonna tear this in half. I'm gonna just, you know what? I'll just jam it in a little bit. Like so. Or you know what? How about this? How about I spray the paper towel with brake parts cleaner? Maybe that might be better. We'll give it a try. I love the way this stuff smells, but it's probably so terrible for your health. Yeah, this might be the play, folks. This might be the way to go. Look at that. Now, on camera, it probably doesn't look much different, but I can tell you that is a nice, lovely seal. The only problem is that I'm tearing through the paper towel really quick, so I just have to be mindful to not tear through it and let all these paper towel fragments fall in. Okay, and once more, I'm not so much concerned about what's on the outside or what's on the inside. I just want this little stripe here to be as clean as possible. Okay. I want that little stripy bit to be nice. And you know what? If a little bit of paper towel shreds do fall in there, not the end of the world. I don't want to put a lot of it in there, but like if one little crumb falls in there, it'll get burnt up, it'll get exhausted, it'll be fine. Not the end of the world. Or so I would think. Anyway, moving along. And like, look at all the schmutz that it's taken off. Like I said, on camera, it doesn't look like a big difference, but it is a big difference. We're just going to carefully go over, make sure there's no junk left in that little, I'm just going to call it a stripe zone. One, it sounds cool when I call it that, and two, I don't have a better word for it. The stripe zone. All right. Now, I guess this is a good time to talk about a comment that I've gotten on one of the previous episodes. Beyond Act, he's a very long time viewer of ours. Beyond Act asked or suggested or discussed, I guess, cleaning the valve covers with a metal wire brush, right? The thing is, these are aluminum valve covers, and the brushes, or like the little wire wheels, are usually, I think, made out of steel or like steel wool. Steel is harder than aluminum. If you gently brush it, you know, you'll get the oil and junk off before you start scraping aluminum off. That's true. But, you know, if you do it too much, then you could start removing little pieces of aluminum And I'm just a clumsy guy, and I would rather not risk that. That said, the valve covers just by hand with brake parts cleaner and a paper towel, I've cleaned off, I would say, I don't know, 60 or 70% of the junk that was inside that valve cover. So, if the car accumulated dirt over the course of 225,000 miles and you cleaned off, I don't know, 60 or 70% of that, even though it wasn't 100%, you still wiped away a lot of mileage, so to speak, of dirt. So that's why we're just sort of staying course here. As disappointing as that might seem. All right, this looks clean. Maybe. We'll do a couple of passes here, maybe. All right, now let's see. So I've gotten this top portion. Let's try the bottom here. And this is going to be tricky, but we're just going to go for it. See, yeah, my fingers are only oh so skinny. Oh so skinny, these fingers. Meaning not very skinny at all. You know what? That seemed to do a pretty good job, though. But just one quick brush through. You know what? Maybe I'm using the wrong tool for this. Maybe I should grab a Q-tip. Let me try. Because again, I only care about that little silver trail in there. So why am I using a whole big towel when I can just clean the debris out of the way with a Q-tip, right? As a matter of fact, it might be easier for me to do that side that way. Yeah, let me get a new glove, and let me get a couple of Q-tips actually. All right. So again, I'm gonna put you guys in standby for like a minute. All right, but I'll be right back. I promise. All right. As promised, I have returned with a handful of these little Q-tips. The hypothesis is if I have to clean that thin little stripe, why would I use such a big area of paper towel? Um, let's see if that hypothesis does us any good here. Okay. I'm going to wet the trail. Well, that sounds like such a terrible thing to say, but yes, I'm going to wet the trail with brake parts cleaner, and then I'm going to use the dry side and just very carefully wipe that area down, not caring about anything else. Just that one little stripe is all I want. So far, so good, I guess. Let me see. Maybe I can show you on camera how that just sort of glints in the light. How clean, that's how clean it is. All right. Now that I've disrupted the position of the camera, let me fight with it again to put you guys back. Easier than I thought it would be. All right. Fresh Q-tip. Spray on some more stuff. All right, let's work on this edge. Right, now the clean side. And just push all the dirt off of that clean zone. All right, not bad, but let me try again until the dry side of the Q-tip is actually clean. I'm just going to keep doing it until one side of the Q-tip becomes clean. I think that'll be the way to go. All right, we've still got some work to do. See if I can give you guys a better viewing angle here, but yeah, it's that side, and I just sort of wet this clean stripe, I guess. Then I get the clean side. It's getting cleaner. It's getting better. Let me see what I could do about the residue here on this like edge. Maybe I can soften it up a little bit and dislodge it. Shouldn't interfere with our beading surface, but I'd like to push back that line of grime just a little bit. All right. Oh, I realize I've been streaming for almost an hour now. Time flies. All right, on this episode, I aim to at least get the valve cover back on and then this wiring harness hooked back up, okay? That's what I hope to achieve today. Got some of that good juice in there a little bit. Sludge all the garbage. You know what? Maybe for like such contaminated areas, I should try the paper towel method again. I know I'm jumping back and forth a lot here, but I just want to figure out the most efficient way. Let's see if paper towel could dislodge the majority of that at least. Maybe. Let's see. It's just a little bit too tight of a squeeze. That's the problem. Yeah. But it seemed to work a little bit. But yeah, that's not the way to go, unfortunately. It's just not cutting it for me. I'm going to try one more Q-tip and I'm going to move on. It's at least cleaner than it was before. Not too terribly troubled by it. Try one more Q-tip here. Not too bad. But we'll move along. Otherwise, this is going to drag on for hours and hours and hours. And we don't want that. Now, the bottom edge. This is going to be tricky because it's kind of a blind spot, I guess. But I will try. I will try. Right. Let's get our towel. Spray some good sauce on there. And everything is in the way, but we will give it our best shot. Oh, hey, you know what? That's pretty good, actually. This side is easy. Nice part is I can just sort of orient it downwards and just no junk falls in, I guess. I'm going to need to do like 2 more rounds of this, but this is good. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can move you guys a little bit. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. All right, and I hope you guys don't fall face first. Yeah, I'm just pulling all this like mud off. All right, paper towel switch, glove switch. These gloves rip pretty easy. Where was I? Oh, yes. Paper towel, a fresh one. Fold it over a couple times. Spray it with the stuff. And just go in. Just go in and give everything in here a good wipe down. Trying to not get too much crud down back into the engine. Look at all this schmutz taken off here. Now, granted, I'm like wiping down that whole surface. There's a lot more mud. Looking better. Looking better. Little by little. Whoops. Tuck that back up. There we go. All right, now let me try the Q-tip method to clean that quote unquote trail. All right. All right, that's about a third of the way. All right, Q-tip's a little dirty, so let's try one more round. Maybe that'll do. All right, and now just the back side here. This one should be easy, I think. It's a short section and it's pretty easy to access. I don't see too many problems with the back here, or reaching the back, I should say. Whoops, dropping stuff. Oh yeah, easy. Easy. Okay, and I think I'm only going to run that over with the Q-tip once, because that was probably the easiest side. Yeah, I can tell this part's going to be just fine. It seems. All right. Good. Now I've got to fit the valve cover back on. You know what? Before I do that, let me also just touch up these spark plug wells really quickly here. Since I'm here, could be a good move. Maybe. Possibly, potentially, maybe. Let's see. All I'm going to do is just go around it and back off. Go around it and back off. Go around it and back off. I'm going to do that last one more time. Maybe the gasket on the last one was going bad. Anyway, go around and just back off. You know what? Let me do all three of them one more time. Might be wise to just do that until I come back with a clean paper towel. I just don't see why I wouldn't. All right. Okay. Now again, I know that the bottom has some dirt on it, so that's why we're going to get some dirt around the edges, right? But I just want that like lip area to be as clean as possible. And in this case, I think we'll be fine now. Maybe. Should be all right. All right. Let's give it a try. Nothing to lose, right? I have our part here. I'm just eyeballing it really quickly one more time to make sure nothing is amiss. Everything looks fine. All right. We're going to take our part and we're going to try, let's see, to not touch that gasket. Oh, you know what? This is easier said than done. It's a little, I've already touched the gasket. Let me clean that off. Easier said than done. Let's see, where did I touch it? I touched it. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me wet this with some water, actually. Okay, I'm back with a splash of water, ready to clean off that gasket that I've so disgustingly mishandled just now. All right. Then when I say the gasket, yeah, that happened off camera, but it was the blue one that I've touched very badly. All right. Let us try again. It's a bit of an awkward shape to just grab from the top and drop right in, but we've got to try our best. I just don't want to let it go and let it slam down on anything, you know? Let's try. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just lining it up with the spark plug wells. Okay. It looks like we are about lined up. I've got to push down now. Oh, look at that seal. At least I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, nice. That was like a tactile sealing action. Nice. Nice. My, these are good seals. My, oh my. Okay. Here's the deal. There's a little bit of play here, so it's not sitting quite evenly. Let me see if I can maybe push these bolts down, get them started. Okay, not tight, just started. Looks like I can. Okay, so here's the big deal. I imagine there are some torque specifications, one, right? Two, you can't just start blindly tightening them down, right? I imagine it's going to be like a tire where you have to do a star pattern. And in this case, since it's a rectangular object, I imagine we're going to have to start from the inside and work our way out. So probably something like this, 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 and then this, 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 maybe. Okay, let me get my Haynes manual. Let me look for torque specifications and let me just see what we can do. Okay, one moment please. And I guess I can let you guys look with me, make the stream that much less boring. Let's see. Where was the valve stuff again? Was it chapter 2, part B? Let me try chapter 2, part B. Okay. Intake manifold removal, valve covers removal and installation, section 4. Section 4. Here we are. Disconnect the cable, remove the upper intake manifold, remove the ignition coils, pull up the wire harness tabs, remove the valve cover. Detach the valve cover. Installation. The mating surfaces of each cylinder head and valve cover must be perfectly clean when the covers are installed. Inspect the rubber gaskets if they're in good condition or used. Inspect the spark plug tube seals. Replace if cracked or flattened, if the rubber has hardened. Clean the mounting bolt threads with a dye if necessary to remove any corrosion. Place the valve cover new gasket in position, then install the bolts. Tighten the bolts in several steps to the torque listed in this chapter's specification. Okay, this chapter's torque specifications. Let's look that up. What am I seeing here? Where are torque specifications? Torque specifications. Valve cover. Oh, 105, are you sure? Valve cover to cylinder head bolts. 105. Oh, inch pounds. What is 105 inch pounds to foot pounds? Okay, 105. That threw me off for a second. Inch pounds to foot pounds. Okay, I can't use my phone because my phone is doing live streaming right now. So let me bug wife unit, and I will convert 105 inch pounds to foot pounds. I'll be right back. All right. So here's the deal. 105 inch pounds converts to 8.75 foot pounds. The lowest our torque wrench will go is 10 foot pounds. Okay? So we will tighten these to 10 foot-pounds. With these gaskets, you don't want to go over tight and you don't want to go under tight, right? Or you know what? Maybe I can back off a little bit. Maybe. How low will it go? Well, it'll go lower, but I don't think it's accurate for that. Let's go 10. And then, yeah, let me see here if I can. So 10. Okay, so each turn is 10, right? So if I go 10, maybe back off. If I back off slightly, that'll probably be like closer to 9, maybe? So we'll give that a try. Okay. Is this perfectly-ish in place? I think it might be. Let me get my Makita. Or you know what? Do I even need the Makita? Let me see here. What size? I don't remember what size these were. Were they size 10? Yeah, they were size 10. You know what? Here's what I want to do. I want to get the Makita, and I want to get them just started, okay? Save me a little bit of time. And then when they're started, I'll use the torque wrench to actually go to town on these, right? So let me move the camera back before I even forget, and then just do the whole thing without you guys looking. Let me angle it up a little bit here. Okay. I will start from the top over here, right? Then I will go to the bottom here. Can't really see. But I think we're getting tighter. Okay, good. So I did this, and I'm going to go up here. Then I'm going to back off and go down here. Okay, so I did this. Now I'm going to go up here. Feels appropriate. Then back down here to this corner. And I can't see it. So I'm just listening for that motor to like strain a little bit, I guess. I guess I'll go back down here. Maybe that's not the way to go, but that's all right. Okay, and then I'll go up to here. I believe that was 8. All right. So here's what we will do now. We'll grab our torque wrench with an extension. Our torque wrench is set to approximately 9 foot-pounds. I dare not go any lower because I don't know how accurate that is. All right. All right. And hopefully I didn't over tighten it with the Makita. We will begin from here and we will see how we do. All right, it's getting tight, but I'm not going to pull down all the way on it yet. I'm going to go down to the other ones and get them within a similar range. All right. Until they start feeling a little bit stiff by hand. That's what I'm doing. Here, I think that's the order I was going in. All right, that one's starting to get a little tight too. Go down here. Whoops, slipped. All right, so I went here, 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 here. I guess I'll go up here. All right, starting to feel a little bit rigid. Good. All right. Down to the corner here. Oh, leaning over the engine like this kind of hurts my back a little bit. Let me go around. There we go. Maybe this will be a little bit easier for me. All right, that's getting snug. Let's see. And I think the only one that remains is up here. All right, and that's getting snug already. Okay. I guess now we torque it down to spec. Let's give it a whirl. I'm grabbing it at the very end of the handle here, and I'm gently going down until I hear it click. Mm-hmm. We got to be getting there, right? Oh, there it is. One more time. Yep, okay. Good enough. I go down here. And there it goes. Next, let's see. So down, down, up here. Down this way. All right, perfect. So I did this, 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 this. I guess now we go up here. Mm-hmm. Now the far corner. There you go. Let's see now, this bottom corner. There it goes. Last one. There it goes. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over one more time. Make sure. Yep, that clicked in place. Down here. Whoops. If I could get a grip. Come on. I guess that's seated now. Maybe. Come on. Ah. Should be better now. Yep. All right. Up here. Down here. Yep. Good. Now let's see. So I did this, 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 this. Now I go up here. Ooh. I guess I must have pushed down on this while inserting the tool. It sounded like it hit the ground. I might be lucky. Yes. It fell clean through to the floor. I was able to pick it up with no problem. After suffering a minor heart attack, let's reattach our tool. There we go. Where was I? I think I was trying to get into this corner here. Try that one more time here. Yep, that's good. I think I got the far corner. So then I go down here. Oh, yeah, there you go. All right. All right. Good. Very good. Yay. All right. So let's see what we can do now. First off, let me just say that this looks a little bit unnerving. Okay, so when I turn my phone, the screen shouldn't turn around. I think orientation is locked here, but you could see some blue sticking out, right? I mean, it looks level all around. I mean, I look over here on the old gasket. It looks like there's the same amount of, but of course the gasket is black, so I won't be able to see, but it looks right. Ah, the scary part is the only way I'll be able to tell is to take this thing for a test drive, right? And see if it leaks. Anyways, I have 20% battery remaining, so let me hurry up. What did I say our goal was to get this back on? It's back on. Now, let me see. There was one item here that is crucial that we cannot forget, and it is this bolt. Anybody remember where this bolt is from? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Ring, time is up. All right. It is the grounding cables. that are very important here. And I believe there are two. You know what? I think we may have taken that off before we removed the wiring harness. So we won't forget about this. We'll come back to it later though, okay? What is the next logical step here? I believe that would be the spark plugs. All right. For the spark plugs, I am going to need a new glove because we're going to be playing with anti-seize. And let me also see, I think the torque specifications for spark plugs were 20 foot-pounds. But let me double check that, okay? So we'll go back to our manual, our Haynes repair manual. Look for maintenance. Recall by parts maintenance techniques. Ah, yes, tune-up and routine maintenance is chapter 1. I was looking at the wrong spot. Chapter 1. That's troubleshooting. Chapter 1. Spark plug check and replacement. We know about that. Let's see. Capacities, torque specifications, spark plugs, 3.5 liter V6 engine, 20 foot-pounds for the spark plugs. Okay. So I'm going to replace my gloves with clean gloves. We're going to start playing with spark plugs and anti-seize. 1 minute, please. And you know what? Moving forward, maybe what I should do is I should place the microphone somewhere so that you guys know that I am away. When you see the microphone, that means I am away and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. We have our spark plugs. Let me find my anti-seize. Where did I lay it down? Okay. You've got our anti-seize. And for those of you who remember, this stuff literally gets everywhere. I didn't even take it out of the package. I've already got some on me. There you go. That's the anti-seize for you. So you gotta be careful not to touch your own clothes with this stuff. All right. Now let's see, what am I dealing with here? Let me get my extension. Let me get my, was it 5/8 socket? Let me get my 5/8 socket. Oh no, wait, I can't use this extension. I have to use the locking extension. Aha. See, I remember. I am wise. Or wiser, I should say. Let me get that locking bit out. So the plan is I am going to coat 3 spark plugs. Well, I'm going to coat 1 spark plug at a time with anti-seize, and then start it by hand until it starts feeling a little bit snug. Then I'm going to come back with our tool and I'm going to wallop it down to 20 foot-pounds. All right. Sounds simple enough. Let us begin. We'll take our first spark plug out. Is this the one I tried already with? Yeah, I could see some anti-seize on there. So this was the one that we first tried and then had to remove, but it's okay. This time it will find a permanent home. Let's drop that back in the box. A little plasticky bit. All right. Anti-seize. I will just put on a little bit here, a little bit here. And what I'm going to do with this is I am just going to work it into the threads, okay? I don't want too much. I don't want to overdo it. But I want a nice coating on all the threads. Make it so easy for us to take out in the next 100,000 miles, right? Right. I have a silver finger here. Let me get a paper towel to wipe this off on. Silver finger. Maybe I should put a little bit more because it looks like I don't have the top threads covered quite yet. So I will do that. I'll put some more for the top threads. Again, I don't want to overdo it. But at the same time, this stuff is actually really good to have on there. It prevents, well, it's called anti-seize because it prevents the thing from getting stuck, right? Oh, I just realized I'm not doing this on camera, but here, look. Yep, now that it's at the top there, I'm going to wipe off my finger. This should be good enough. Okay, I'm going to put this on our spark plug socket. It's going to hold in place really, really well when I do this. Ah, there we go. Snaps into place because there's like a rubber component inside that spark plug socket. Now, I'm going to place this in here. And here's the thing. We start it, so we just lower it in gently, make sure we don't bump into anything. Drop it down, okay? And we start it by hand with like little fingers, okay? So it falls into place, screw it on. Here's the thing. If you cross thread the spark plug and the cylinder head here, you're going to be in a world of hurt. So just two itsy bitsy little fingers, put it in place, nice and easy. And it's going to go smoothly all the way. So now you know you're not cross-threaded because it's going nicely into place until it gets a little bit rigid here, which it's starting to get to be, yep, now it's getting a little bit stuck. I can't do it by hand, but now we know it is properly set, right? So now we grab our torque wrench, wherever I placed it. All right. Here it is. Let's screw the bottom, and we set it. Let's see, 10 was here. So we will go up to 20. Tighten this down. Make sure that locks and stays in place. Yes. And now we will attach it. And we'll go to town. Again, with the torque wrench, we're holding on like over here. I'm not messing with the handle. I'm just holding on to here very lightly, just to hear that click, indicating that it has reached that 20 pounds that we've set for it. Going to take a little bit of force, not too much. Easy does it. I think we're getting there. Oh, there it is. I'm going to just do it once more here. Make sure that that is, in fact, the way it's supposed to be. Yep, there it is. And now, since we have this locking, whatchamacallit, the locking spark plug socket, well, the extension, we should just be able to pull the socket off. Are you ready? Aha! Everything is just falling into place now, in a good way. All right, that's one spark plug. Two more. This is such a good episode. We're getting so much done. Everything is falling into place. Feels good. Feels very good. I am a happy man today. All right. We've just pulled our next spark plug out of the box. And let me readjust my camera here. I don't know what I did to you guys. I'm sorry. Here you are. New spark plug. Shiny. We'll give it some of that lovely sauce. So a little bit around the top here, not too much. And then just a little bit on 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that'll be just the right amount. Close the cap. And now we just gently coat it to get it on the threads, but not to get it outside of that thread area into that electrode area. That would be, I guess, not good. This stuff resists heat. I imagine it probably wouldn't be too nice in the combustion chamber. I guess it wouldn't do any harm. So carefully. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Let me wipe the excess from my glove onto a paper towel. Right, where did I drop that socket? Here it is. All right. All right, heads up, folks. I've got 10% battery remaining, so I'm going to try and hurry along here. If the video suddenly ends, it means I've run out of battery. There we go. Dropping it into our next cylinder here, carefully, easy. And just like last time, just 2 fingers. Work it in, gentle. I think we got that like first try. All right, that's pretty rigid now. Let me get that torque wrench. I've got to be getting close here. Come on. Whoop, there it is. Ratchet it once and try again. Yep, there it is. Okay. I'll get the tool off. And then let me pull that little bar out. Ah, there we go. Easy. All right. One more, folks. One more spark plug. All right. Shiny. Let's do the same thing, and that was the perfect amount of anti-seize too. So let's just repeat that. We will go once around the top. Low anti-seize, there you go. One little bead around the top, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting good at this. All right, we take our finger, work it into all the threads. Nice. Wipe the excess off my glove onto a little paper towel. Put the spark plug on the socket. Hey, come on. Ah, there it is. All right. And we're going to work this guy in by hand. Put it in nice and smooth. In there. Yep. Twist her around. All right, that's pretty good. Let's get the torque wrench. Drive it back down. All right, here's the deal, folks. I'm at less than 10% battery, and I've been live for almost 2 hours now. So what I think we'll do is we'll call it a night. All right. I know this is disappointing because I've been like on a streak now. This is great, but I've exhausted the whole battery capacity of my phone, and I've been live for 2 hours. I don't believe anybody would be watching for the whole 2 hours. I'll just pull that out. So we'll continue tomorrow, okay? All right. Here's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll put the spark plug coils back on. We'll put the wiring harness back on. We'll connect the ground back. We'll plug the PCV valve tube back in. Maybe we'll change the EGR valve. Then we'll get started. So this was the left side. Then we'll go to the right side and we'll get started on the right side. So there's still, we've made a lot of progress. There's still a lot of work left. All right. So here's where we'll leave off for now. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I see that I have a couple viewers here. You guys are awesome. It's always good to have company. If you guys were chatting throughout the live stream, I'm sorry that I could not answer that, the comments or the chats because of I'm working on a, so I have to set the phone on one side and I have to like walk around and I have to like start working on the engine bits. So if you guys chatted and commented, I wasn't able to see. I'm sorry about that. All right, but here's where we're sitting now. You can see that gasket kind of peeking out. That's because it has it goes straight, it goes around one of the bolts, straight, around, straight, and it's blue. So and we've cleaned that surface, so it shines through. We'll see how it does when we start the car up. But the well gaskets, um, it's hard to see, I guess. But that like rubber from the spark plug well gasket sort of hugs that spark plug well. So those look like they're seated properly at least. So here's where we'll leave off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.